Yay, daytime video. Still day 24. And thank you, Melissa, for the pass to Crunch Fitness. Boy, was that luxurious. I spent like over an hour in the yoga room on a mat, rolling out my back on my peanut, but also their roller. I mixed it up with just the floor because it was slick, so I couldn't get grip, but then I got a yoga mat and it was like too much grip, but my back feels so much better. And I'm gonna have to go there or somewhere like that allows me a day pass, because the rec center I go to is actually just a pool and shower. It's a aquatic center, so I need to work on my back like maybe once every 10 days. Like once a week would be great, but I probably just don't have the time or money. Maybe I'll transition once I run out of the punch card to the aquatic center. I'll switch. But anyways, we gotta do a video because I'm feeling fresh. I only missed one spot shaving, just right here, which I can buzz electric. I look like my total self. The only thing is my glasses are hella dirty, and I just didn't want to go through like the whole routine. Crunch bathrooms are kind of dirty. I showered in the handicap stall so I could have easier access to my, my bag, but obviously in sandals. I washed my feet, but my sandals are dirty, but like they got rinsed the whole shower. Oh, and the water's hot, so it's a shame they don't have Crunch out where I am, because I would like totally do Crunch over Planet Fitness for the hot shower. But I used to be Planet Fitness, so I hope they still will give me a trial. I gotta do Planet Fitness because that's out near me. Because the trial works so well on Sunday because the aquatic center's closed. So thank you again, Melissa, and you gave me the idea to do a Planet Fitness trial. Because I drove extra. I took a route south from the forest, like way out of the way to Crunch, and I got like a 30 or 40 minute drive back to where I normally am. So it's okay though. I needed the shower today and shave, and I feel great. And I got 3 hours till Chipotle opens, but that's my last thing I'm gonna do in town before I head up to National Forest. And today I probably will have time and energy to do at least the disinfecting camp video, disinfecting the mess kit, cooking video, and then if the broccoli still seems good, I'm gonna do broccoli and cheese, just like we talked about this morning. I scheduled a bunch of dashes, but I'm not gonna do them. But my alibi, if I get like a window knock from a cop, is just I'm in an area that I don't normally dash, so I'm waiting. I literally am waiting to dash, but I don't think I will, even if it opens up. I just wanted to get to a parking spot where I could do this video. I went to the library and there's a big sign that says like no loitering, no trespassing. So case in point, the worst part about being homeless is you're not welcome anywhere. It's almost impossible to find a parking spot. Like I'm actually near a mall that I pulled into early because I was sick of Walmart parking lots because they're busy, because everyone has to go there. So I pulled into this mall, and then across the lot, like I saw security with these like flashing green lights. Not really coming for me, maybe because I accidentally went up the wrong way up the access road to the mall parking lot. But yeah, so my heart started to pump faster just like coming to this parking lot, because it's like Chipotle and it's not like an hour before they open, it's 3 hours. So it doesn't really fly that I'm waiting for them to open. That can't be a reason. Though if I somehow happen to be here for 3 hours, I do want to eat here. I don't want to waste any gas going to a different Chipotle. And I like trying new Chipotles. I tried a new one that was like ex-urban, or semi-rural, and it was fly. They gave me so much meat. I got carne asada at that one. That was like easily, it could have been the best bowl I've ever gotten at Chipotle in over 20 years. Over 20 years of eating there. Because of size and quality, it was primo. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I've been up since 11 p.m. and it's 8 a.m. So I've been up 9 hours. I'm drinking 2 cups of coffee. I loosened the hell out of my back. Like, by the time I was done with it, I could get up from laying down without without any sort of concern, maybe like 5% of concern, and feeling it. But lately, the last several nights, well, ever since it started by sleeping in my car, I haven't been able to get up, period. Like falling and you can't get up. It takes me minutes to get up. And I have to do all these weird maneuvers when my back's just not flexed at all. And if I have anything in my pockets, they grind into my hip. So I have to it's pathetic. I can't even get up on my knees. That uses your back. You don't even realize it. I can't use my back forward, front, backward. My back works sideways. So, anyways, when it's hurt, but now it feels really good. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa. One of my followers who was so kind to suggest crunch because I didn't think I needed it. Too far out of the way. Might come in handy in a pinch, I told her in a DM. Sunday's a pinch. So we're gonna solve Sundays. We're gonna solve Sunday showering. Cause I work a lot of Mondays and I need to shower. Sunday's a great day to shower. I could just shower only on Sunday. And then if I work Sunday, I'll shower that Saturday. So, yeah, my biggest issue right now, my ankle's feeling good. Ankle's feeling good. Loosening the lower back, I think, is gonna go a long way to protecting my ankle. I loosened my calves a little bit. I rolled out my legs and my hips a little. 20% of my effort today was dedicated to that, but 80% was back and neck. And loosening your calves is what mostly helps your ankles. And before I even did anything this morning, I did these little like toe flexions where you raise it toward your shin and then you push it down. You feel your calf really stretch when you push your toe down to the ground and then up. I just did that in my car. I counted like 20. I did like 40 total, I think. But that was so key. And then the hot shower, the hot shower on my back and just my whole legs, my whole body. Dude, that was priceless. I feel like a different person. I don't even look homeless, but boy, when you're driving from parking lot to parking lot, you keep hitting dead lots that you can't film in, you can't loiter in. It hurts, man. It's the worst part of being homeless. That's what I'll tell people. Whenever it comes up in conversation when I'm housed, people are like, I wonder what it would be like to be homeless. I'm like, I had a car, but I was homeless. And the worst part is you have nowhere to park. And then they'll be like, what about Walmart parking lots? And I'll be like, there's 100 people there. And if you're a vlogger, you definitely can't film at 4 a.m. It's also the shit luck of being nocturnal is like, you can't really hide in plain sight until overnight security gets off. Because I think that's what's going on now. We're 8 minutes in, we're by an airport. I'm waiting on a dash. I don't even want to do the quotes in case someone's watching me, but the thing, I used to work in a restaurant, so I know and I applied for Chipotle, or almost did, so I know that they're probably in there right now, cooking. So I didn't want to park in front of the doors, because I don't want to be the guy that waited 3 hours for them to open. That would be so awkward. They see me talk to you, and then just sit there smoking cigarettes. Like, what is this motherfucker gonna do? Is he gonna rob our food? Black Bean Heist. Hey, that's good. That's a good name for a band. Black Bean Heist. In my shit struggles this morning, I never got time to have my orange juice. I swear, man, right now my face is dry from the soap. You know, when you wrinkle your face and it's like, ooh, it's a little dry from the soap. That's an at-home feeling. That's an I live in a house feeling. Oh, and here's a tip. This is a key tip. Shampoo your hair twice. If you're showering once a week, not only is it that dirty, but you want to take off all of the oils. You want no natural oil in your hair when you get out of there. And that's a welcome feeling. Usually you don't want to take out the natural oils. You want a little bit after your shower. Oh, and definitely don't use conditioner. You'll be amazed how greasy your hair gets, even if you're not a greasy hair person. I'm not, but 4th, 5th day, it starts looking like motor oil, so. This Kroger stuff sucks. It tastes a little like ass. It's from concentrate. It has less than the Walmart orange apple grape blend in terms of vitamin C, but it has 8% potassium, 2% calcium. Distributed from Cincinnati, Ohio. It says chill and shake well. Oh, so I probably didn't shake it well enough because it's from concentrate. Yeah, the bottom was like a different color. It was like brown, but in general it's brown. This ain't orange, which I guess means it's more natural. You're getting like more pulp, more skin, rind. Well, it doesn't taste that good, but it is 100% juice. I don't think the Walmart stuff's 100% juice. Ah, yeah, they're definitely adding some vitamin C. I would say it's like 20% on the way to being chilled. So this week's pretty mega. Like, I'm gonna dash. I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I work 4 days in a row. So it's kind of like I gotta prep my ankle for that. I gotta prep my back for that. I gotta make sure I'm sleeping. If I sleep in my car between now, Sunday night, and Thursday night, it has to be only once. And it really can't be Thursday night. So we got that. That's in play. Allowed one night in my car. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 5, right? So I need 4 nights camping. 2 of them are gonna be up in forest number 2. The far forest. And then one, yeah, so 2 each forest and 1 in my car. That sounds good. If I can swing a 3rd in forest number 1, I will. It won't be in forest number 2 because the commute is hella far. It's way farther than I thought. It's over 2.5 hours. From work, I think it's 2.5 hours. Like, I don't even know why I thought it was so close. I think because the day I looked it up on the map, I was like halfway there already. It's insanely far. So it's a full $20 in gas to go from work to there and back. Like, it's $10 straight. It's like practically 100 miles to work from there. So if I wake up on a work day, not only do I have to leave for work 2 hours before it starts, which is fine because I'm waking up the night before. Wake up at 11 p.m., but it's a lot of gas. So I need at least 2 nights there in a row to make it worth it. Now, I really hate staying put, especially when my back was hurt. I can't sleep in. Fingers crossed, maybe I can now. Ooh, if I can sleep in and boil water and have coffee with creamer, like in the morning, that would radically change my life. I'm glad I made this video because that's important to share with you. I haven't been able to sleep in. I think it's partly, there's like a mild akathisia, like a inner restlessness I get from my current antipsychotic, but it's fine, but it's biggest in the morning. It wakes me up in the middle of the night ready to go for the day. I think that's the number one reason I'm becoming nocturnal. Like I had to catch up on sleep, so I slept 9 to 3 yesterday. Only waking up to go to the bathroom and have a snack in my tent. And then I slept 7 to 11. So my sleep period yesterday was 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And I think that's mostly gonna stick. Like, I was waking up at 2, so that's ideal. I'll probably try to sleep between sunset and 2 a.m. Which is not crazy because I start work at 6 and I could dash a little bit. I can film for you guys. Although it's so much better when you can see my face. Like the clips on TikTok, I think are really gonna suffer, the ones that are just black and white or just blacked out. At least they have the text captions. But this feels so much better. I need to choke up. Yeah, this is where I need to be, so. Yeah, so the captions go right here. I wish I'd done that earlier, but honestly it's more comfortable to sit back. But the captions, when they're over your mouth, it like kills the algorithm. So I think the most suspicious thing I do is smoke cigarettes with my windows up. Like if a cop rolled by that, they'd be like, what the hell is that guy doing? I guess the airplane helps. They would probably compute that I'm on a voice, like video call. See my phone mounted, talking to myself. They're like, oh, he needs privacy. So we'll see. I don't want to lie to the cop. My sister was just like, my sister said, tell them the truth, they might help you. I'm like, no, they're not going to help me. They'll just let me off with a warning. Can't trespass a loiter here. If I were actually waiting on a dash, it's like a no-brainer. So it's so weird that when I'm literally dashing, it's like I belong anywhere. I can go anywhere. I'm waiting on the dash. I belong anywhere. But when I'm not dashing, I'm in the homeless mindset, and it's like I don't belong anywhere. So it's kind of funny how subtle just that frame of mind, how subtle that is, and how big of a real-world difference it makes. So. And the shower, how small a thing, but how big of a deal it is when you haven't showered in 10 days. Look at that hair. I mean, look at me. I have like a shirt with a pocket for cigarettes. It's my favorite type of shirt with the front pocket. Let's see if they sneak in there. Oh, I gotta unbuckle my seatbelt. I'm crazy. I gotta get comfortable. I belong here. Look at that. But I was real crazy, whacked out screenwriting on pot. I would match my lighter to the color of American Spirits I was smoking. Smash like and hit subscribe if you've ever done that, and tell me what color in the comments. All caps. Light blue, orange, dark blue, or turquoise. Black. If you smoke black American Spirits, you're wild. Every time I've tried smoking those, I've thrown up by like the second one. They're called Perique. It's a special filtering process, and they're not like chopped fine. They're just like lightly chopped. It's absurd. It's like, it must be like, it's a Native American technique. That's what it says in the package. And honestly, that must be what the peace pipe was, because it makes you pass out. It makes you pass out. It's ethereal. It's psychedelic. It's nauseating. If you're fair-skinned, I guess. Well, yeah, anyways. American Spirits was started in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but now it's owned by RJR Nabisco, I believe, which is like North Carolina. Or Virginia. But there's Native Americans who were originally from the East Coast. They got pushed by the white man out west, so they own claim to the East Coast woods for sure. The Mid-Atlantic woods. Tobacco Road, that's Native American country. And nobody owns tobacco more than Native Americans. I'm not even sure. I don't think it grows in Europe. I think it's too cold there. The soil's not rich enough. I think that's what the colonies were all about. That's why Virginia was the first colony, I think, tobacco. That's where I'm from, and I was always really proud to be a smoker because, well, for one, cigarette taxes are the lowest in Virginia out of any state. They're like 4 cents a pack when I was in high school, so we learned that. And that in New York, it was like $11 or something. So I'm proud to be from tobacco country as a smoker. I wasn't proud until I started smoking, and I started smoking at like age 28 or something, right around the time I started screenwriting, because my life was falling apart. Got out of a bad relationship, and I needed a compulsion, rather than compulsively think about getting back together with the woman. I needed to occupy myself, occupy my hands, so I didn't call her, occupy my mind, my anxiety. That's why I started smoking, and I keep smoking because I'm addicted. But I really think I keep smoking because I'm schizoaffective. Like 90 something percent, I think it's like 97% of schizoid spectrum, schizophrenics smoke. And it's not exactly clear why. My favorite reason is they used to give free cartons. The tobacco companies would ship free cartons to mental hospitals. So it's just like cultural. A generation of schizophrenics got addicted and continued smoking. That's my favorite reason. But one I've alluded to in a very popular TikTok clip that I released is that it gives you something to measure your day by. when you're schizophrenic, and I don't know the adjective, it's like schizo spectrum, something like that. That's where I fall on with schizoaffective bipolar subtype. But when you're schizo spectrum, your mind's very disorganized, and so reality is very disorganized. So to have a counting mechanism, like a habit that's measurable, that affects your brain chemistry, but it's also counting, because you can't count 20 cups of coffee in a day, that'll kill you, but you can count 20 cigarettes, and you can count, like I said, how many you've smoked and how many are left in the pack. And there's just a lot of beauty that every brand is always 20 cigarettes. You can see, like, American cigarettes are the slowest burning, so they're more expensive, but they burn like half as fast, and you can clip them off with scissors. I think I've showed you these, but I always keep scissors in my front ever since I started door dashing. Keep scissors so I can clip cigarettes off if I have to go in and get an order. But I used to just clip in my yard when I was unemployed. I'll put them on a little stump next to my chair that I drank. I would drink too much when I'm unemployed. Too much beer. I would drink too much beer. I don't really want to say I smoke too much pot, because beer's really the problem. When I'm really in despair and like I'm losing housing, I'll just drink for like a month straight or like 3 months straight, and I just let everything get worse. And I'm not an alcoholic, but I've abused alcohol for like 2 different seasons in my life. Both were me losing housing and realizing I wasn't really going to get out of it, that my life was going downhill, so I started drinking. But it just reminded me when I said I watched my garden grow both times, knowing that I had to leave my garden. I planted a garden to enjoy all summer, and both times I knew I had to leave my garden by the time before it would be finished, and someone else would inherit it, and that was very depressing. And I spent my tiny little pension here because I was afraid of being homeless, and that was the second garden I lost. But now I was forced to be homeless because I don't have the pension. That was from my desk job. That was back in the day. I was the last, because I interned the year before they stopped this, and my employment technically started. I was grandfathered into having both a 401k and a pension. So it was like my last financial bullet. And I used that up, understanding, because I'm not on disability yet. Like I had to understand my mental illness, my abilities, and my limitations together. Because I know I'm not lazy. So it's like, why am I not working? Why do I get jobs and then not able to maintain them? Or the worst and most shameful is, why do I have decent jobs sometimes and leave them in a fury? Either through like a mix of inappropriate behavior, grandiosity, delusions. Like, why am I not able to support myself on a consistent basis? Why do I have to borrow from myself, either from my future with the credit cards or from my past through my retirement accounts? But I think that's the upside of me burning my pension, is like I really had time to learn the nature of my medical history and my disability and my future. And we're gonna push. If you follow me on any of the socials, TikTok, Instagram, I'm gonna start Facebook. You'll hear the update. YouTube for sure. You can hear the update at some point if I get my disability. That would be a huge deal. That would save my life for sure. It would allow me to be a father. I don't think I can support children with my ups and downs of the bipolar aspect of my illness, and I can't do a desk job because of the sensory stimulation, the like amount of concentration it takes in an environment with like a lot of small noises that become ratcheted up for the schizoaffective. And then all the like the facial expressions, the micro expressions, those are like full blown. And I'd really like to be a dad, so boy, if you feel good after a shower, you can go deeper. I'm happy we made this video. You're getting to know more about me, and that's what the break in the 3 should be about. That's what I was thinking. I was like, is this shower the end of the dark night of the soul? And I think it's a process. I think that was the first glimmer that Act 3 is coming. Like how good I feel. how optimistic I am, but oh yeah, I said if this is to myself, I said if this is gonna go like a screenplay, if First 30 Days Homeless Project is gonna go like a screenplay, there's gonna be a glimmer and then there's gonna be another setback right before we break in Act 3, so something really bad might happen. Something really bad might happen, or something slightly bad, or something. So in screenwriting, there's false ups and false downs, so something negative might happen that's really a positive, which I think the idea that crunch was out of the way, I think that was actually a false down, and then something good might happen that's a false up. So I gotta pause so I can pee 1 sec. I normally like to shake it off a ton when I'm at a urinal, but like I'm in my car and you can't see my hands, so that would look like I'm jacking off, so I can't do that. So the upshot of the downside of that is like, well, TMI, but it leaves a mark, if you know what I mean, on my shorts. I talk a lot about piss and shit in this series, which is mostly because that's like one of your prevailing problems. You can't find places to park, and you can't find places to take a shit when you need to. And then pee, oh my god, you gotta stay hydrated. I take vitamins, I take meds. If you're on meds and you're homeless, like, ugh. I realized yeah, more piss content, but I gotta pee in the same bottle all night and just keep pouring it out the front of my tent, which is disgusting. But I figured out it's like way too uncomfortable on my back, and just in general, I'm too big to like squeeze out the tent door and pee from a kneeling position. So I have to pee in bottles overnight to not like rouse myself and wake up or other campers. But I don't need to keep multiple bottles. I just need to piss in one, because that's what that's gonna help me with, is throwing out bottles. Because if I'm peeing like 90% in bottles, it's like 10 bottles every 2 days that I have to throw out somewhere. And then you can empty them at camp and then throw out empty bottles, but it's still odd behavior. So, and then you don't want to pee in a dirty bottle, because pee grows bacteria over time. So you like get a UTI. So the idea is fresh bottle per night, keep dumping out the front of the tent. And if you're park ranger watching this, yes, this is what I do from now on in the series. But I don't film it, and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it to anyone else. And let's just hope it rained. Oh man, my hair feels so good to the touch. It's like amazing. I have crazy dandruff, but like that's just a sign I'm clean. That's just a sign I'm clean. Let's choke up the seat again. Yeah, actually, I want to sit back. I wonder, pardon me, I'm going to angle the camera downward. Yeah. Oh yeah, my cigarette's in the pocket. I'm an established gentleman now. Oh, my shortness of breath has mostly gone away. That's a really good sign too. It's because I'm working out at work. Work is actually exercise now. Like, it's causing injuries, but it's actually exercise. So I'm like slowly becoming heart healthy. I feel short of breath right now, but that's probably because I'm smoking with the windows up and a little stressed about being discovered when I was pissing. So what am I grateful for? The shower, obviously. I'm grateful Melissa gave it to me. I'm grateful I'm getting a lot of activity on TikTok. One person unfollowed, but like 5 more just followed. I'm at like 225 likes. I'm really excited to get to 1,000 likes. Like 100 followers and 1,000 likes. I think I'll probably get to 1,000 likes first. Although it's pretty much tit for tat, like 1/10. I have 10 times as many likes as followers right now. Like 25 and 250 or 22 and 225. So I'll probably hit, yeah, it's like which one am I gonna get first? If I had to guess, it would be the likes. Because I might have one video that gets like 100 or 200 likes, but doesn't generate follows. So TikTok's cool. Oh yeah, and Facebook, I brought that up and didn't expound. I was on TikTok, like using it as a user, which you ought to do if you're a creator. And a guy was like swearing by Facebook. He's like, Facebook's the best platform. And I think for him it was like for money. But I want views. I want people to watch my next series. I want people to subscribe on YouTube. You know, so I can kind of know going in that each video is worth $20 or $50. And I can spend more time making them, buying material for them, and editing them. So, like, I want to be a full-time creator. I want to be a Bedouin full-time creator. So Facebook's interesting. I think homeless content could be really good on Facebook, but the journalistic aspect, the diary aspect of this project, I think could do well on Facebook. People share a lot of sob stories with their social network on there. So it's like, why wouldn't they want to see one from a stranger? It kind of makes sense. So that was uninvestigated, undiscovered territory. I think it makes way more sense than Instagram. Instagram's like trying to like polish a turd. It has to look pretty. You have to like, it's van life on Instagram. It's not raw, unfiltered, actually being homeless. That's what I think. I need to crack a window. I'm getting short of breath. I think there's not enough oxygen in the car. So yeah, so whatever. We'll run it out. I'll take some deep breaths. If you got this far, put something in the comments to let me know that you care about me, that you care about the project. Put day 24 in all caps. Day 24B. I like the 2-part days. I feel more connected to you guys. It also lets me work out what I'm thinking about, because it's like I didn't think I needed to make this video. I was like, I feel a lot better. Maybe I should update them. That I actually did go to Crunch, and then I feel like a god. But I made it, and it was like super revealing, all that stuff about wanting to be a father. Yeah. My life could really come together financially if I just like continue working, so I get my one more quarter insured this year for a 10-year period. I just need one more before New Year's. My lawyer told me that, like, thank God, he clued me into that. He's like, you'll get reinsured if you can somehow make $1,300 more. So I am really pushing myself, like, as much physically, it's more like interpersonally. It's a lot for me to deal with. I think everyone at work's mad at me or hates me, or I'm in everybody's way. But I have no choice, you know? I gotta stay in my car. I don't want to be on the street. So, yeah. In the next series, I think it might be a little bit too navel-gazing to do my own screenplays, but if I hear from you guys, like if I hear that you guys want me to break down my screenplays so as to teach screenplay fundamentals, I will do that, because it would be good for me. It would help a manager connect. Because I'm sure managers watch like screenplay fundamentals for their own edification. Screenwriters do too. Even professional screenwriters will like brush up on some stuff. They'll do a long tail search, like break into 3, or transitions, or like, I don't know, Unity or Dan Harmon's Story Circle, punchy dialogue, I don't know, genre conventions. They'll look up all sorts of stuff. So manager or an established screenwriter might catch wind of what I've worked on, my work, my body of work. If I teach you guys, some of you guys are curious, I'm sure. Everyone should write a screenplay, but you might get addicted. That's what happened to me. It's so satisfying because you can basically communicate emotion through story, through narrative, rather than through prose. action, description, and dialogue rather than full sentences. It feels so much more evocative and vital than the written word, because it's a play. It's a play on a screenplay. And then I think it's Charlie Kaufman. He says it's a movie. It moves. Movie. The root is move. It's a movie. It moves. It has to constantly be advancing. And then next, and then, and then, and then, and then, and this, and then, and this, and then. It's a movie. It moves. Screenplay. It's very exciting to write them. And the culmination, your characters culminate. The protagonist faces endless obstacles, until all of a sudden they have an idea about how to resolve their problem in Act 3 against insurmountable odds. They fight tooth and nail, and then they achieve their goal. And so that last few pages of writing a screenplay, it feels like you've achieved your goal. I mean, you literally have, as the writer, you're writing the ending as designed from the beginning. That's the thing you should know, is you need to know what your ending's going to be before you write your beginning, because your beginning and ending have to mirror each other. It's a unity. You finish in the same place you started, transformed. So there's a peek. There's a peek into the screenwriting series. It might work really well because I'm a screenwriter telling my own story. And I've been saying, I've been talking about the act structure of this homeless first 30 days, so. Yeah. For me, being homeless is like a means to an end. So I have more time to write and more money to survive. That's not just dropping on rent. And then me having neighbors is not so good. I don't pick fights with my neighbors, not at all. But neighbors seem to get bothered by me. I think it's probably because I'm generally unemployed and smoking cigarettes in the yard, like over the fence. Nobody likes cigarettes. Even smokers don't like it when someone's constantly smoking. So I think they just pick things to be upset with me about, but it's really that I'm a smoker. I'm always on the patio. I'm always unemployed. And even when I'm employed, I work 20 hours a week, so I'm still there way more often than I'd like. So for me, being homeless or living in a car, being a Bedouin, it's a means to an end. It's like the lifestyle I choose, the lifestyle I need so that I can write. Because if I'm not writing, I'm dying. I wish I could credit this one, but artists who aren't making art wither on the vine. And it's totally true. I gave up writing in 3 years ago, and I started doing stand-up comedy. But then I gave that up 2 years ago, and ever since I've been withering on the vine. I tried outlining novels and stuff, but my meds weren't right. At first I wasn't taking enough meds, and then I was taking too much. So 1 year of not enough meds, and then 1 year of too many meds. When I was in not enough meds, I was in peak mania, the worst mania ever. So manic I started to hallucinate and have severe paranoid delusions. That's where my schizoaffective diagnosis starts. So I must write, and to write I must be homeless. It's as simple as that. I'm glad we went long. That's useful for me to know. Hopefully interesting for y'all. I almost pressed stop. I was like, that's a hot place to stop the video, but I can't. I don't want to be alone. It's still 2 hours and 20 minutes till any fucking Chipotle on this planet opens. I could drive to a Chipotle far away from me on the way to camp, so let's see. Because that would shorten my wait. That would be smart. Excuse me. The Chipotle I want to go to, so far it's not even on the map. 25 miles. Let's see. It's 34 minutes away, so yeah, maybe at 9 o'clock I'll drive over there. Get there by like 9:45. And then I can literally say I'm waiting for Chipotle to open. I ended my DoorDash shift early and I'm waiting for Chipotle to open. I think that's what I'll do. There's a Target right there, so if I need to buy anything for camp, I can, but I don't think so. Let's see like what's on my to-do list. Make sure I did everything. Got 3 TikTok notifications waiting for me. That's not a lot, but it's a lot to me. Let's see. Today's Sunday. Crunch shower. I did that. I know I'm camping. That's it. That's all I have on today's list. And then, oh yeah, this morning when I was napping, I came up with this, which is just like the beginning of the screenplay. I don't know if I should tell you guys, but just Over Black. It's like a 911 call. I don't know how we frame it. Maybe the movie starts Over Black, 911, what's your emergency? And then the character says, I'm under the influence of something, but I don't want to say. That was chilling to me. I got goosebumps. I don't know why I thought of it. Like, maybe I was in the dream state and I was thinking about people that, like, I really don't think it was people on like psychedelics or weed. I think it was someone that was embarrassed, maybe that they took like Windex or some home good, like a cleaning product or something, or they're a professional, maybe they're an air traffic controller and they like took their wife's oxys or something. So I just thought that was a really cool way to start a movie. So there you go. That's the jewel for anyone who hung out 42 minutes. If you're still here, tell us what you're doing and why you listen so long. It can't be because you like me. It's got to be because you forgot to press next. Or shut off the TV. Maybe you let the playlist run and you've let it play all night like I do with other channels, and you're sleeping on the couch and we just woke up and we're back here and you're like, who the hell is this? Where are we? Welcome. I'm glad you're alive. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the series. This is day 24 of me being homeless. There should be 6 more videos for you to watch. So, yeah. I'm gonna check the TikToks, because like then I was like, I really want to interact with you guys, but I can't because it's a one-way diary. But I can just answer the TikToks live. That's what I might start doing. I might start answering TikTok comments. Ooh, I got a comment. Perfect timing. Comment from Michelle. 3 prayer signs. It just never focuses. This one's about the sweet little library post. It's got 3 likes and 150 views, which is like marginal for TikTok. I heard 2%'s like they'll keep pushing you for 2%. And then Undercover Fireman, thank you. He liked my video about realistically not having enough money to pay for a room share until December 1st. Thank you, Undercover Fireman. And then Michelle, thank you, Michelle. She liked a video that has 12 likes and 391 views, so that one's doing really well. It's about on day 11 that I was going to dash from 5 to 9 a.m. again, even though I only made $9 the prior day over 2 hours. Because I need money. So people are really liking that one. It's already ranking in like my top 10 videos, and I just posted it this morning at like 2 a.m. So the lighting's getting better in here. You can see how clean I am. I will say my gaze got better. I don't look so dead in the eyes after that orange juice. It's chilly. smoke with the windows up. What else is there, man? I haven't paid attention to news, politics. That's the one good thing about being homeless is I don't have time, interest. I don't have the bandwidth to care about anything except survival. Like, where I'm gonna go shit next is as complicated as who's gonna win the next presidential election. I don't need anything to distract myself. Like, being homeless requires focus and determination. I don't need sports, although I would like to catch up on baseball. Oh yeah, I still don't know who won the World Series. I was listening to it on the radio. I was like, first surprised that it was already happening. I was like, damn, I missed a lot since the mental hospital. Who won and then I fell asleep in my car with the dash on. Who won the 2025 World Series? Now, my guess is the Dodgers, because I know they were playing. I forget what the other team was, but they got Suzuki? No, he's Japanese, but it's not Ichiro. I can't believe his name fails me. He's the best player ever. AI tells us, yeah, wow, the Dodgers defeated the Blue Jays. I knew it was Game 7. What were the highlights of Game 7? You're watching a homeless person find out news like a week later. Whoa, 3-run homer, end of the 3rd inning. Shohei Ohtani is his name. Oh, the Blue Jays got off to a 3-0 lead but still lost. Toronto got up 4-2. Solo home run in the 8th by LA. Yeah, so I heard the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas, tie it in the top of the 9th. Scoreless 9th and 10th. Well, only bottom of the 9th. They wrote it wrong. Will Smith hit a solo home run to give the Dodgers a 5-4 lead that ended up being the clincher. That's a wild ride. That's good storytelling, you know? Sports is like analog. It's a compressed story. It's very much like a movie. Baseball is actually supposed to be like a 2 or 3 hour experience as far as I know. So it goes down in history because it went 11 innings. That's what AI says from Fox Sports. The tying run in the 9th was historic. Biggest moment when it looked hopeless for LA. Oh wow. Will Smith's 11th inning shot was the first extra inning home run. Yeah, it was won by home run in the 11th inning. That's a big deal in Game 7. So in a Game 7, it's history. And it's a back-to-back for LA. Wow. I'm glad I heard some of it. I heard the radio call, which is giving me chills. I've been thinking of saying this on the channel, but I want to collect sports cards again, because before I got kicked out of my old house, I was like watching these pack rippers on YouTube and stuff, and TikTok. They like open sports cards, hunting for the rare ones. Even in the new packs, they like force rarity by just inserting like a very few of all these different special parallels and holograms. So I was like, man, but I don't have stable housing and I don't know where I'm gonna be, so I can't really be storing cards. And you don't want to put them in a storage unit; they'll get like mildew or something like that. So, but that's like one dream I have associated with housing is I can buy some sports cards, baseball. And I kind of want to collect the ones from the era that I did as a kid, which is like 1987 to like 1993, which is like called the junk wax era, when they made too many cards, so they're worthless. They're worth nothing. Like 5 cards out of that entire 6-year run are worth like $15 each. That's it. There's some like super rare error cards that are worth some more, but they have to be in perfect condition, like perfect, like perfect under a microscope. So I could collect like full sets in that era on like homeless man's salary. Well, with a house, a YouTube creator's salary. So that would be really fun for me. So I'm glad I got to tell you guys that. I'm not really looking forward to it because it's like not a huge thing to me, and it's not really even guaranteed. Like I might be itinerant for a long time, but that's like a cozy feeling, like nesting, where you can buy some sports cards and catalog them and sort through them and like keep them clean and put some in special card protectors and show them off when people come over and things like that. That'll be a really cool reason to have a house. So, and the Dodgers won the World Series. See, I need to go to the bathroom, so I can't even go straight to Chipotle. This sucks. A cop just sped by, so I don't think anyone's hip to me. I don't want to go pee twice in the same seat in the same spot. I feel like I'm jinxing myself, like I'll get discovered. But I'm also hungry. That's the problem with waking up at 11 p.m. I'm like so ready to eat lunch. I do have Chick-fil-A money. Oh, they're not open Sunday. So I'm really waiting till 11 to eat. I eat from 11 to like literally 11:30, but let's just say, yeah, 11:30. I'll be out to my campsite before 1 for sure. So from 1, and then let's say it takes me an hour and a half to do everything other than the videos. I have a solid 3 hours before sunset just to do videos. That's awesome. So I'm absolutely looking forward to that. Because the first, let's just say, the first cooking video is fire. So my favorite video, just peed again. Since I've been homeless, my favorite shorts, are the ones that I least liked when I was at home. Because they have really deep pockets, so you can never get out what you want. And at first I thought that was a problem with my knife. But not really. The main benefit of them is they're crinkly, so they make this swishing noise. I'm trying to rub them right now if you can hear it. But they dry really fast. They're dry fast material. So it's like when I dribble, TMI, when I pee, like by the time I get to my next stop, it's gone. So that's pretty amazing. Because you look super homeless if you have piss on your pants, and I have super bad problems. Like, I have to tell you the TMI. The reason pee is such an important thing, it's not gratuitous. It's like I have leaky bladder or whatever from my meds ever since I started taking my, I don't know which one it is anymore, but I can't shake it all out, so it'll look like I peed a little in my pants no matter how hard I try to shake it out. Like my muscles aren't strong enough there to keep it in unless I'm dehydrated. So if I have to stay hydrated like I do now, there's always going to be piss in the front of my pants. But with this crinkly dry fast, it's like okay, because it dries out pretty damn fast. And we're going to do one more pause to spare you from the windows going down so I can smoke this cigarette before we say goodbye. You probably can hear all the ambient noise. I wonder if that was jarring for anyone listening in headphones. Better than hearing the air conditioner click. I really need to try pausing more whenever I'm going to do that. If I were watching a video, even if I really liked it, if it gave me a startle because the noise changed, like there was a sound effect, like the clicking air conditioner, I would bounce. Because I would get really frustrated and like it would change my cortisol levels. So I understand. A lot of my followers are probably struggling with mental illness or like even just anxiety, PTSD. So I need to use the pause button more in general. It's super clutch because it's basically an edit. It's an edit that you put directly into the video itself when you're recording it. Sun's coming over the top of Chipotle. That's a sunrise you don't hear much about. The Chipotle sunrise. That's what's covering half my face. You know how that strip mall Chipotles are always like kind of 1.5 buildings tall. That's why it's a strange time for the sun to rise, 8:50. I bit off, once after a shower, I bit off all my nails except the thumbs. I think I'm gonna bite the thumbs now because they're way too long. I would look for my clipper, but honestly, like, clippers don't even do as good of a job as biting and then peeling, because I need them down there, because I'm not going to be this clean for a lot of growth. I kept them long because I thought it might help me open boxes at work, like cut tape. But it's really about just using the box cutter. And it's too important now. Like, I gotta be clean. Take advantage of the clean undernails from the shower. And just good content. Like, why is this college educated man who writes to live biting his nails on camera? It's interesting. At stoplights, I don't even sniff under my fingernails, but on this project I do. You gotta see if it's bacterial. You know what I mean? You gotta see what's there. My hands are dried out from all the hand sanitizer. Well, I told you at 9 we'd go drive to the Chipotle that's further away. I gotta look at what to do. I think I'm just gonna play around on TikTok when I get there. I had a little to-do list for today that I didn't check out. It's not pinned yet in my personal notes. Let's see. So, like, my list for today was bathroom at the gas station I was at, then go to this one down the road for better coffee. I wasn't gonna drink my coffee, it was that gross. Then Walmart, then Crunch, which I did both, but Walmart was nothing. Well, I made my first video at Walmart. TikTok, haven't done that yet. Library, no, they wouldn't let me loiter even. Then DoorDash, of course. I could do that still, if it's like available in the zone I go to, but I don't feel like it. I feel too loose and good. I don't want to rush. I want to enjoy the shower vibe. Then Chipotle, then camp. So I think I'll just start when I get there. When I get to Chipotle, I'll just start. Well, I'm gonna eat a breakfast bar before I hit the road. I'll eat my breakfast because I have an hour and a half anyways for my stomach to settle. But once I get to the next Chipotle, I'm gonna, I don't know if I need to like sketch out how I'm actually gonna do the cooking videos, but I don't think I need to actually. It's nothing, the recipe was the hard part, and I just line up everything in front of the camera and start cooking. I'm gonna try to say as little as possible. I might have to say nothing because I might be in earshot of other people, so that's it. We'll keep this one under an hour. 50 seconds left. Alright, thank you, Melissa. If any fans want to give me anything else, including money, last spot on the left, Cashapp, Venmo, last spot on the left, follow me on YouTube. Try to watch 10 of these. It'll get me to unlock paywall. It'll get me to unlock direct donations on YouTube. Yeah, man. And if you can't afford or you don't feel like paying, just pay with algo money, man. Choose the algo. Peace out. Love you guys. See you next time.